What a crazy tripod situation I've got going here on top of a ladder. Drilled a hole in the top of this plastic and then fed it up from the bottom, this little elbow. Super glue is what that is. That got away from me when I was doing a little bit of gluing of some frags. Just goes to show that you can fork out $100 for a brand new piece of junk. I'm going to solve a couple of situations with one remedy here. This is a skimmer, not the kind of reefing marine skimmer that we're all used to. This is a freshwater skimmer. It skims the water off the surface, brings it down and filters it out. What I'm going to do in this tank here is, you can see back in this area, the water has some junk in it, and that's because I don't have one of these bad boys on each side. So the water surface does have some junk that accumulates. It accumulates back in here, and I do have this filter that sucks it down. You can see the filter is almost didn't need a change. Yeah, that's some other gunk that I let loose in there. Super glue is what that is. That got away from me when I was doing a little bit of gluing of some frags. And it's going to skim the surface of the water. At the same time, it dumps it into my 10-gallon, and I'm going to have a little kind of a filter sock, maybe some filter floss or some kind of situation here that it goes into. My refugium, my bully clownfish, and then it'll go back out. So let's cross my fingers and wish me luck, see how it goes. Alright, so this bad boy comes with a little adjustable valve right here. It's this valve, and I just popped it off. It goes right on there, and what it lets you adjust is water that comes in through the container to bypass the filter, I guess, and that allows so that if the filter is getting too clogged and the thing is pulling all the way down and it's not siphoning from the top, you can adjust that. But I'm going to go ahead, I'm not using it for that purpose necessarily. We're going to find out whether or not I skim the surface. It's possible, so I'm going to fill that, I'm going to unfill that in with some hot glue. It's possible that this might not hold enough air in it, that if I plug that up, it might just go and then it won't skim the surface at all. But I'm banking on the fact that that's not the case. So we'll see. A tour of my completed little project. So here we have our little 10-gallon nano main display. Of course, you saw that I didn't get that clean, and it's because I thought, oh, I'm going to clean that while it's in the tank, because I scrubbed it down pretty good with a pad, with one of those sponges, plastic sponges, but I just couldn't get the old coralline algae to come off of there. And I thought, well, I'll just take the razor blade to it. I can't find my razor blade before I'm filming. Anyway, you saw how I did the holes in the back. There's the drain. It's working properly with the standard marine. And the reason I had to go with that one is because the hole in the one with the elbow is just too small. But that looks pretty cool. Missed some bubble algae on that rock there. I'll have to tend to that. I thought I got everything Gonna have to use my glasses a little bit better next time, but all I did was put a hole in this guy, like literally drilled a hole in the top of this plastic and then fed it up from the bottom, this little elbow, and then put the tube on there. But it actually, oh, here I can lift it without dropping the light. Oh, my little sponge filter. So we're not gonna really see it. I rubber banded a little sponge on there. What else? That's about it. This tank is just gonna be a little refugium. I can't figure out how I'm gonna do the lights yet, as far as the schedule goes. But we'll see. We'll see as it goes. I do know I need to upgrade because this Tunzi, it's all red light. It will not grow this macroalgae. You'd think it would. There's one in the back too. And it will not grow that one either. So I don't even know why I have it in there, but I've got another light on order. Very disappointed in this light. Extremely disappointed. I'd be shocked if it even grew Cheeto. Kato. So anyway, the hoses that go in, the big one there is where the water is coming out, and the supply line, or that's the return. The big one is return, and the small one is the supply. Now, that little pump that you saw that I had, I put it way back in this corner so that it can skim the surface of this water. And it's got a long distance to travel, and the way I did that is I left the hose just under the water. You can kind of see it in the back there because I haven't got it tied up completely yet, but I'm zip tying it so that it just hovers above the water. And the main reason I did that is so that it would not lose temperature, because I'm not going to put a heater in there. The water in here is 78. I don't know if that's showing up there. Let's see. And I verified this because I put in the main display to see if it matched the controller that I have on there, and it does. 78.6. You can see down here. So it's actually warmer because of the lighting. And down there I have 77.6. That's what's going on in the main display. But yeah, that was quite the undertaking. I do kind of like the way it looks though. I think I'm going to put a little cover, maybe another one of these. Maybe I'll take a drawer cover, a 10-inch drawer cover, and maybe I'll put it on hinges like one of those garage things where it lifts up this way. Okay, this is my second attempt, and this is the second time that this has happened to me. Come on. It just gets botched up. Look at that. So here's the other one. This one's totally botched up, unusable. I think maybe this one might be usable because I'm using it for the strainer for the water. So the water will come in here and then go down the tube, and I'm going to put this up against the glass. And I think it's okay if the top is blank like that. I could just put a piece of plastic over there so we don't have a little fishy jumping in. I don't think that would happen, but I'm going to give it a try. I'm going to put it on there because I don't feel like printing this a third time. Alexa, dining room on. That's a little better. Well, I'm up here on the very top of the ceiling here in the dining room, and I'm not going to win any prizes for this 3D print here. My little strainer. I'm going to attempt, I'm like in this top little nook and cranny. I do like how it turned out, and I'm going to put this broken part up here that did not get printed to the top. And my tool of choice is going to be hot glue gun. I'm going to turn this bottom one off here. Whoops, I turned it off and then on. There. I should probably turn the water off as well. I probably could have left that running, but I don't want to take the chance and have water all over the place. So I need to get a paper towel. I'm going to wipe the glass down. Super, super hot. Attach it. And voila. That was very sloppy. Let's see if I can't get a little more in there. Oh, of course I'm out. Batteries falling in the water. That's a total mess. Well, it bends, right? Let's give it a try. It's working. All right. Turn that bad boy off. Whee! Turn those lights back on. What a crazy tripod situation I've got going here on top of a ladder. All right, let's take a look inside. I don't know if red was the best choice, but I mean, it is basically a refugium, right? Look at that. That's not too bad. Look at the spider webs I made here from the glue. So, not the perfect fit, but the hot glue should keep it on there nice and tight. What I'm afraid of, everybody's always talking about it, right? There's snails climbing on up and in there. And if they get in there, are they going to clog it up? Once they clog it up, then I've got maybe about 50 gallons of water all over the dining room floor. Well, let's turn it back on and see how it works. Got our water flow again. And I guess we're not going to really see too much about how it works because there's really not a huge ton of flow. You can see it's coming down there, the tube. Eventually I'll either replace those tubes with some PVC. More likely than not, I'm just going to tape them up with some nice 3-inch thick tape, white tape or something like that. Spicy Reef here, signing off.
Now what are you doing?
I think I got it.